You ready?
Ready.
All right. First question. What was your favorite childhood memory and why is it your favorite?
My favorite childhood memory
Mm-hmm.
is when Mom used to make us take a nap, her and I, every afternoon at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
She'd want to take a nap. So I'd wait until she fell asleep,
Yeah.
and then I would sneak out.
Sneak out?
Yeah. But she would wake up, and I would hear her calling me. And she'd, Violet, where are you, Violet? And she'd be coming down the stairs of the house on Coons Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
and she'd be looking for me. And I was 2 doors down. There was like a school, and it had these, it had a gate, and the gate had spires on it. So I thought, I'm gonna really scare her. I'm gonna lay between them, and she's gonna think I'm dead, and then she won't bother me anymore.
Oh my god.
So I don't know what I was thinking, because I did do that. I laid sideways, and as I lay there, did you see this one?
That's cute. I like that one.
You were 5.5 years old.
Sounds about right.
And so I laid there,
Mm-hmm.
and she's calling, and all of a sudden she sees me. She almost has a heart attack. She goes, oh! You could just hear her, you know, and I just kept laying there like this. And she came up to me, and she goes, Violet, 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 are you okay? And I go, surprise! And she goes, I'm gonna give it to you. You're gonna get it now. Did you see that one?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get it now. So yeah, I did get it when we got home. I got a good spanking.
And that's your favorite childhood
That's
memory?
my favorite
Why
childhood
is that your favorite?
Because I scared her. And so here I'm going shopping with my sister Sally, and I hear her in Penny's, Violet! I go, oh my God, it's my mother. Violet!
Here, I picked one for you.
Wow,
You think it's right yet?
I do. Wow, that's a solid. We'll have to open it up. Okay. So anyway, that's my favorite.
I'll put it
My
in there.
second favorite is going to the cigar store,
Oh.
which was on the corner
Mm-hmm.
of Genesee Street and Coons Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And I go in there and I get a pretzel stick. I love
Okay.
pretzel rods. And I get my dad a CJD Nichols cigar.
Okay.
It
Why
was-
is that your favorite?
Because it was fun getting out of the house and running down the block
And getting a cigar for your
and
dad?
getting a cigar.
They let you get a cigar?
Yeah.
How old were you?
Oh, gosh, how old was I? Probably almost 8 years old.
And they let you buy a cigar?
Yeah, I was 7 or 8 years old.
Wow. That would not fly.
Not now.
No.
No, not at all. Mm-mm.
That's
No.
funny. Alright, do you want your next question?
Yeah.
Alright. What was your parents' personality like?
Oh, my father was very strict.
Mm-hmm.
Did not kiss anybody.
Not affectionate.
Not affectionate.
Mm.
Mow the lawn, you know. And once you're done with that, you can wash the dishes
Mm.
or dry the dishes, put them away. You know,
Yeah.
he was very strict. And you had to be home at 9 o'clock. I went to street dances because they had street dances in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be home at 9 o'clock. If you were late, you were on your knees. Like I was late a half an hour once. I was on my knees for a half an hour.
Mm.
Mom she was good. She was very good. She did most of the work. I didn't have to in the house and that. I'd have to vacuum now and then, but she did most of the work. Yeah.
Okay, and do you feel like you took any of their personality traits or habits?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
Any in particular?
I was strict like my father
Mm.
with Marty, Michelle, Marie.
Really? You were strict?
Yeah.
Oh.
He wasn't. It was driving me crazy because I was looking like the monster. And he was going, your mom's okay. She's just having a bad day. No, I'm not. This is the way I am. They have to listen to me.
Mm.
They have to do what I say.
Mm.
Say what I do. No, they had to do what I say.
Mm. That's one way, yeah.
And little Marie very seldom did what I said. So I had to laugh about it. But not that she could see.
Okay.
Well, you always have to have one that rebels.
Yeah.
And it gives you a little tickle.
Next
It does.
question.
It does.
Mm.
Okay.
Next question?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you are an introvert or an extrovert?
Extrovert.
Why?
I don't know. I've always been.
Yeah?
I don't understand introverts. You have a talent.
Mm.
You have to use it.
Mm.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Even if it isn't, you know.
True, true. Okay, and what's your favorite thing about your personality?
That I love people.
Mm.
I do. I love people. I love that I love people. You know.
That's
Love
a
my
good-
children. Love my husband.
Yeah. Good. That's a
Loved
good
my
personality
parents.
trait.
Loved my sister and brother. Sisters and brother.
Mhm.
Love my nieces and nephews. Grandchildren. Love my grandchildren.
Nice, nice. Okay. Let's see. As a kid, what did you expect your family to look like in the future? How did that differ from reality, and how do you feel about those differences now?
I'm very upset. I wanted 12 kids.
You wanted 12 kids?
12
12.
at least.
That's 4 times as
10
many
at
kids.
least.
At least.
And God only let me have 3.
Mm.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
You wanted to have more kids?
I wanted more kids.
Mm.
We tried to have more kids, Merv
You
and I.
did?
Yeah.
I know.
He feels it was because he was in Agent Orange.
Mm.
And it was funny because when I went to the doctor when we were trying to have a child, the doctor says, well, there's something wrong with you. And I go, well, how could I have 3 kids if there's something wrong with me?
Yeah.
I want 12.
And what did he say? What was wrong?
It's my fault. There's something wrong with me.
Hmm.
Not Merv, me.
Did they test you guys?
Yeah.
To see?
But they didn't test him.
Well, then how would they know if it's him or not?
Well, exactly. That's a doctor.
We need a second opinion on
That's a
that.
doctor.
Yeah.
That's how they are.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. When was the last time you felt lucky to be you?
Oh, when I look at my grandkids.
Really?
I want my grandkids to get married so we can have great grandkids. I keep telling Jonathan, Joe is getting married.
Oh, no.
Joe is younger than you. You're an old man. You're 33.
That's not that old, Grandma. That's pretty young.
Heck no. That's
Heck
old.
yeah.
My father was 40 when he got married.
Exactly.
My mother was 20. But my generation, we got married 19.
Well, but this
20.
generation, we're
I
getting
know.
married at like 35.
And they don't want kids. Carolina doesn't want any children. I'm going, what?
Oh. People change their minds.
I
We'll
hope.
see.
I hope.
We'll see God's plan, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What is the biggest mistake you have made in your life, and what lessons did you take away from it?
You don't want to know.
You don't have to answer if you don't feel comfortable.
Well, the biggest mistake, I think, was getting married young.
Mm.
I should have waited, because then I would have known personalities and, you know, methodologies that people have.
Yeah.
And then I could have decided whether that's what I want,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so I think the biggest mistake I made was getting married too young.
Yeah. And what lessons did you
But-
learn from it?
But the good thing is,
Yeah.
I had 3 beautiful children.
True. Silver lining
So,
right there.
yeah. So, I don't think that was a big mistake. I think it was a good mistake.
Good.
And I think the best thing that happened was when I met him.
Yeah.
And he loved children, and he loved God. I go, okay, I've got it made now.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
got it made.
Got it made. Good. Good outcomes.
Made in the shade.
What was one of the best decisions that you've made?
I think going to college,
Mm-hmm.
marrying Merv,
What were you going to college for?
teaching
Oh, you're going to be a teacher?
Yeah.
Nice.
English
Nice.
or Spanish. I liked Spanish.
Did you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh. Do you still know
I-
Spanish?
Sí, un poquito. Because I don't use it enough now,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I knew it.
Nice. So that was your best decision, college and marrying grandpa?
Yep.
Nice. Okay. If you could give your younger self, say like around 20, 25, words of wisdom or advice, what would you say?
Look before you leap,
Mm.
and make sure you know what you're doing, and don't have your head in the clouds, so in love that you're not thinking straight. You know,
Yeah.
you've got to be rational, because
That's
life
nice.
is very rational.
Yeah.
The wrong decision and you're down a ditch, you know.
True. Do you feel like you're more of an emotional thinker or a logical thinker?
I like to think that I'm a logical thinker. I started out emotional thinker
Mm.
and realized you've got to change that way of thinking. You have to be more logistical
Mm-hmm.
and understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, who you're doing it with or
Yeah.
to, and what you're doing and how it's going to affect people.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite song and why?
My favorite song?
Yeah.
I think my favorite song is Love is a Many Splendored Thing.
Who's it by? Do you know?
I don't know.
I'll have to look it up. It's
Yeah.
okay. I'll look it up.
But love is a many splendored thing, definitely. Because it is. It truly is.
Yeah. That's good. Okay.
But rational love.
Rational love. True. Let's see. What was your first job and what was it like?
Oh my gosh. That was fun. In Neisner's, it was a 5 and dime store. And I was at the candy counter selling candy
Oh, really?
and eating candy when nobody was looking. Yeah,
How old were
it
you?
was part-time. 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And as a kid,
It was at the Thruway Plaza.
Three-Way Plaza?
Yeah.
Where's that?
That's up the street from Mildred Drive. I had to take
Oh.
a car to get there.
Okay.
Took my father's car.
What, you would drive there yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
After school,
Nice. How long did you work there?
I worked there, I think a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you were like a little kid, like 5, 6 years old, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be married like my sisters, and
Mm-hmm.
my brother went off to the Navy, but I wanted to be married. I
Mhm.
wanted to be a teacher. I liked piano, so music was on my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you still know how to play the piano?
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. Do you ever play?
Yeah.
Nice.
My father got a piano. I think he paid $5 for it,
What? $5? Wow.
but it was too big, so, and we had it in the hallway, so he got rid of it.
Mm.
Darn.
Darn. Okay, let's see.
I used to take piano lessons.
Really? When you were younger?
Yeah,
Nice.
I think I was 8. From 8 until 10, I was taking lessons.
Oh, so a couple years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Okay, I got one. If you could say you're sorry or thank you to someone, who would it be and why?
It would be my brother, because before he passed, 2 weeks before he passed away, he wanted me to come and stay with him for 2 or 3 weeks. And I said, I can't leave my husband. He's got
Mhm.
no one. You've got 5 women in LA,
Yeah.
and Merv has no one. So I have to be here with him. I'm sorry, babe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very regrettable
Really?
on my part. Yeah,
No.
yeah. That's one of the regrets in my life. I should have gone for at least a week.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if my sister-in-law would have thrown me out, you know, after a week. Go home, get out of here, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I couldn't see being with her 3 weeks.
Oh
Golly.
no.
Being with her and then leaving him, I'm like, no.
Yeah. Was it a fight or was he okay with it?
It was a battle with me. No, he was okay with it.
Oh,
He
that's good.
understood.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. If you could get to know someone in your life on a deeper level, who would it be and why?
On a deeper level, who would it be? Probably Marty.
Really? Why?
Because I never really knew him.
Really?
You know, he was always a loner.
Yeah.
He'd go in his bedroom and he'd close the door and that's it. You don't disturb him, you know.
Mm.
He was always that way. I never understood him,
Hmm.
but I figured I don't have to understand him. His wife has to understand.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like you know him on a deeper level?
I really don't.
Mm.
I really don't. I feel hesitant to call him because I know he's busy
Mm.
at work, and I hate bothering him, you know. But sometimes I'll see sons on television and they're hugging their mother, and I'm like, okay, I never had that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you wish you had?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was a lot like my dad. I figure my dad trained him or something. Yeah, because when he was little, he'd sit on a chair,
Mm-hmm.
and my father would say, "Sit there and don't move." You know,
Yeah.
and you have to sit in the chair.
Oh,
2 years
no.
old. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing to my kid? You know,
Yeah. He's little.
but I think he picked up a lot of his personality somehow.
Hmm.
He's very strict, isn't he?
No comment.
Uh-huh.
Uh, let's see. What was the sibling dynamic like with Dad and Aunt Michelle and Aunt Marie? Growing up.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It
Why was
was
it crazy?
Crazy. Well, the girls were always helpful,
Mm-hmm.
I think. It's just the dynamics of it. They didn't fight a lot, which I'm glad they didn't.
That's good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to, different things, dances and that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall them ever arguing about anything.
Mm-hmm. Were they
Uh,
close?
They all had their separate bedrooms. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When they got together, yeah.
Nice.
Well, I told them, I said, you see your hand? I said, you can break a finger that way, but like this, you're strong. And that's how the three of you should be together, strong.
Yeah.
And they were.
That's good words of wisdom. But why was it crazy?
I don't think it was ever crazy. Just when they were teenagers, and they'd take off smoking and drinking. Like, okay, I'm not gonna follow them, I'm not gonna go after them, I'm not gonna worry, because they have a head on their shoulders.
Yeah. Would you ever punish them for stuff like that?
No,
No.
not when they got older.
Yeah.
It's just a natural thing you do when you're
When
a
you're
teenager.
Yeah.
You
True.
go to what the heck did Marie call it? The booze joint.
The Booze Joy classic.
I kept saying, what bar is the booze joint that you go to? Oh no, it's out in the field. We
It's a
bring
field.
our own beer.
Yeah, no, I know. I've heard many
Like,
stories about
oh,
the Booze Joy.
jeez. That was unreal.
Alright. Think of someone you admire, and why does this person come to mind, and why do you admire them?
I admire all three of my kids
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you admire them?
for their accomplishments
Yeah.
and all that they went through and survived
Mm-hmm.
and did the right thing.
Good answer, good answer.
Yeah, I didn't have to tell them. They did it.
They just did it. Good head on the shoulders, as you said. Alright, let's see. What part of yourself do you see in your kids?
I think their sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I see that. They all have a good sense of humor,
Yeah.
and they carry a joke well,
Yeah.
I think.
True. Very true. What is something others do that make you feel loved?
Oh, just when they send me a card, or they'll
Card.
call me,
Yeah.
Just people that I'm not even related to,
Mm-hmm. Reaching out.
yeah.
Yeah. True.
And they tell me they're gonna pray for me and stuff like that,
Yeah. What is a story about yourself that you want to stick with other people?
That I want to what?
Stick with other people. So, like, what is a story you want to have other people know about you? You don't know? I don't know. That's kind of a hard question. It's
It
pretty
is.
broad.
Well, just that I love traveling. I love seeing different things.
Mm-hmm.
I love people, all kinds of people. I like to know their personalities, what makes them the way they are. It doesn't matter to me what they are, religion, their sex, even if they're gay.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know what makes them tick and who they are. Yeah,
What do you mean?
tick. How do they put things together? Because each person does it differently.
Mm-hmm.
and each person sees things differently.
Yeah.
And by getting to know them and talking with them, you realize they're different than you, and yet their way of thinking isn't that different.
Yeah. Like we're all interconnected in different ways.
In college in Albany, state teachers, I had two black girls, and Pam Shepard was from the British West Indies, and she came, and she was in school, an Albany state teacher. And Lena liked a football star, and he was this big football guy, you know, and she'd just whip him left and right, you know. Oh, not literally, but
Yeah.
verbally,
Yeah.
you know. And the poor guy was like, okay, yeah,
Oh.
okay, Lena, yeah, we'll do that. And they were all, the three of them were all black, you know.
Yeah.
It was funny to see that. And Pam she was just wonderful. She was from the British West Indies. She was just kind of Jamaican, you know. She was just fun to be with,
Yeah.
fun to be around. And she loved life. She really did. I see she's in New York City now. Yeah, it was interesting because being in Buffalo, you're on this one street where there's all Polish people. The next street was all German people. The next street was all Italian people.
Oh, really?
So I didn't really get to know black people.
Yeah.
I had a doll that was black, and my mother bought it for me, gave it to me for Christmas one year. But somehow it got lost. I don't know what happened to it. And that was the only introduction I ever had to a black person, was that poor doll.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So when I went to college, it was just interesting to see how they actually are, you know,
Yeah.
my age. And they were quite normal. You know,
Yeah.
it was fun to see. So ever since then, I've had nothing against them. Nor do I ever want to have anything against them, because they're good people. They are. And they love the Lord. And they go to church. And they sing praises better than we do in church. You know,
Yeah.
they do.
They do. It's true.
And then there was Chinese people that I met. And there was Italian people from New York City. You're from Buffalo? You talk funny. I said, you should hear what you sound like. Well, they had that New York accent,
Yeah.
you know, and I had more of a Canadian accent,
Yeah.
you know,
That's funny.
and they just sounded so funny to me. So that was quite an education there.
True. Did you like going to college?
I did.
Yeah.
Especially away from home, learning about other people,
Yeah.
you know, different than just Polish or, you know. I think I met Machiko, who lived across the street. She was the first Oriental, but I met Orientals in college, and then actually I had a guy from Nigeria who was madly, or Kenya, was it Kenya or Nigeria? Kenya. He was madly in love with me. I could tell. I mean, he wanted me to go to the dance with him and everything, and I'm like, okay, I'll walk to school with you, but I'm not gonna
Trying to
dance.
fight these men off.
I'm not
huh?
gonna dance with you.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. How old were you when your parents passed away? How much did their passing affect you?
Well, how old was I in 69? 43. I was 26 when my dad passed away. And that was hard. That was very hard. He had a massive heart attack, and it took him And we went to the hospital. I didn't even get to say goodbye
Wow.
because he had died. And Mom was living with us
Mm-hmm.
on La Presa in California.
Yeah.
She loved it. In December, she could sit outside
Mhm.
in the sun.
Yeah.
She loved it. And she was 89 when she passed away. How old was I? 89. 43. 6. I was 43.
43.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was 84. Dad was 86, she was 84 when they passed. So yeah, that was hard for both, losing both of them, it was hard.
Mm-hmm.
She died in my home, in my arms.
Oh, wow.
She didn't die, she came around, and the paramedics revived her
Mm-hmm.
and took her to the hospital, but she didn't make it.
Did she have an illness, or was it just old age? Or?
Well, she had cancer at 54,
Oh, wow.
and she had a heart attack when she died, 84.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty rough,
Mm-hmm.
losing both of them. I didn't want to lose either one of them, but
Yeah.
it's not what I want, you know.
Yeah.
It's what God chooses. So you take what you get.
Yeah. Let's see. We're coming close to the end, actually. What words of wisdom do you try to live by?
Well, I try to live by being happy with everything.
What do you mean?
Everything that's given to me, everything that I earn,
Mm-hmm.
just be satisfied with that, content. I find that contentment and love are the two greatest things. If you're content with the situation the way it is,
Mm-hmm.
of course, they say you'll never want anything else, but at some point you have to be content
Mm-hmm.
and say enough is enough. I'm happy right where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. And I'm happy with whom I'm with,
Mm-hmm.
and they treat me right. And I can get mad, and we get over it, you know?
Yeah.
It's important.
I like that. Okay. Let's see. All right. This is the last one already. Wow. Oh wait, no. Wait, I skipped one. Just kidding. How would you describe love by only using one word?
Wow, that's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
One word?
One word.
Celebrate.
Celebrate? Why celebrate?
Well, because you found your love.
True.
That's something to be happy about.
Yeah.
It's hard to find love,
Yeah.
you know, where someone truly loved, like Freddie when he wrote that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was in love with me, but I wasn't in love with him.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew I wasn't in love. I liked him.
Mm-hmm.
It probably could grow into love. He was Polish. My parents would have loved that,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't love him.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Right.
So when you do find love, you celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! He loves me, I love him. Yay! Yeah.
Okay, last question. Out of all of these questions I asked you, which were you most afraid to answer or had a hard time answering?
Love with one word.
Yeah, true. That is a hard question.
That's a hard one.
Hey, good job.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's hard. Those are hard questions.
Did you like them?
Yeah, I like them. They're good. Yeah.
Nice.